What's up? It's your girl Sada James, and we locked in with Team Focus Radio with So Focused. Let's go.
I done seen it all. Only time something had my back when I was down and my shit was against the wall. Ain't nobody helped me up when I took a fall.
You know what it is, Team Focus Radio. I'm your host, So Focused. I'm backing you up with the one and only Sada James. What's going on?
Hey, what's good?
First of all, welcome back with New York. You know what I mean?
I'm excited. I'm in New York.
But you're from New York, right?
I'm not. I'm
Where you
from
from?
Cincinnati, Ohio, the nasty natty.
Okay, but you did move here at some point, right?
Yeah, I was actually out here for a year. I liked it. The cold reminds me of home because I've been living in California.
Okay. So
And-
California right now?
Yeah, I've been living in California.
So how was it in California?
I love the weather, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't get that cold like it does in my hometown and out
Okay.
here. Because my hometown, Cincinnati and New York, has the same weather, except we get tornadoes. I don't think y'all probably get no tornadoes out here.
Oh, no.
Or do you? Y'all get tornadoes?
It's not like hurricanes. Ain't really
Okay.
not too crazy like
But yeah, it feels the same.
Right.
You get as cold as the cold, and it snows 6 inches of snow, 5 inches of snow.
Right.
And they don't do none of that, and it rains out here too. They don't do none of that in Cali. No rain,
Right.
no snow, no hail, like, none of that.
All right.
So I like it out there,
Yeah, but I'll have to get into it real
sorry.
quick, because I know about you from collaborations, right?
Yes,
So can you talk about some of the collaborations you got into?
yes, of course. Actually, not only, you talking about in New York, right?
But just any period, just anybody you worked with so far?
Yeah, the first celebrity artist I worked with was Benny Siegel. Shout out Benny Siegel. I did a hook for him actually in LA. I actually got to work with J-Rock, TDE, Wiz Khalifa. I actually got to work with them. Not only that, shout out New York. I actually did a record with Dave East, Max B. We got some, it's like a little surprise.
people.
I can't wait to that come out.
Right.
I actually got to get in the booth with, of course, Jump Jones. I worked with Ja Rule, which was amazing. Who else? Glasses, Corrupt, Glasses Malone. Shout out Glasses Malone.
Right.
Corrupt, Raz Cass,
Right.
Mobb Deep actually was the introduction in that song,
Right.
which was pretty fire. And Crooked Eye, I believe. Mobb Deep and Crooked Eye.
Right. All right. So
Yeah.
as far as I know your collaborations, but are there any collaboration dream collaborations that you want to work with, and why? Like why you want to work with those people?
Yes, I do want to work with. I really love Future music. I'm from Cincinnati, so
Okay.
we go to a club, they banging Future. Like, Future is the turn up, and then he get into the slow vibe. Like, he just got two sides of him that remind me of my music too. I got that hard side, and I got that soft, sexy, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, Future is an artist I do want to collab with.
Okay.
I have a couple. Maybe one day I could do a collaboration with Rihanna. She's not doing much music right now, but that would be amazing if I could do that. Or even just sing to her on stage, like honoring her award. Just something, if I don't, collab.
Yeah. I want to talk about films a little bit, right? So I was watching The Wash.
Oh, yeah.
You walk by real quick and drink. How was it? First of all, how'd you get in the movie? Period. Because I think Wayne was in it too, right?
Yeah, I was actually in the scene with Wayne.
Okay.
And me and Ali Chopper, that was pretty dope. I come to Ali Chopper like my little bro, you know what I'm saying? So my team, shout out Ben Mark, he shoots a lot of NLE Chopper content. So every time NLE Chopper's in LA, I come to the studio where he's at. I go to a couple video shoots. So Ben Mark called me, he like, yeah, so pull up, I'm about to be shooting NLE. So I'm thinking it's just a music video.
Right.
So once I get there, I was just like, okay, y'all shooting a movie. So then, and Ali was like, I want you in a movie. He just said it. I was like, a movie? Okay, it's because y'all doing a movie. I thought y'all shooting a music video at first, when I pulled up. So I thought that was pretty dope. So once I did my scene at the barbershop,
kind of fast for me, but
I did that at the barbershop. I didn't know Wayne was gonna be there. They kept saying Wayne's name because I was like doing his hair, supposedly in the movie.
Okay.
I had said a couple things, a couple lines. But it was amazing. I was like, oh my God, Lil Wayne is gonna be right here. It just caught me so off guard, but it was very exciting to meet him and let him know I'm an amazing singer, you know what I mean? I wasn't trying to do too much, like, you know what I mean, like sing from and like, cause you know, I be on that, I sing if motherfucker wanna hear me sing, you know?
Right.
But like, you know, he was like in and out, like real quick. So I got to say who I was and we took a picture and then he got to talk to me a little bit in the middle of us like doing movies. He's like, okay, you say your line first. I'm gonna come in after Shorty right here. Like, you know what I mean? I was like, damn.
Dope.
You know, it was just dope. Like, I wasn't expecting it at all when I woke up that day. So.
Right. So what about any other future films? You're working on other movies other than that? Or?
Yeah. I actually have another Chopper is also, he's dropping another movie. I cannot wait for that. Okay. And that is being pushed by Warner Brothers.
Oh, wow.
So it's gonna be an amazing Christmas Carol. I'm a part of it. And I got to just hang around Amber Rose. So shout out Amber Rose, I love you. I think she's amazing. Right. Just her whole energy, you know what I'm saying? Not really like outside of what she do, you know, and how she look. I feel like her energy was just very amazing to me, you know what I'm saying? She was like, hi, Sada, just saying hi, and, you know, like, I'm like, man, Amber Rose talking to me, like, that's dope. So, I'm excited for the fans and everybody, but he has so many influence in that movie, like, so, and I'm a part of it, so I don't want to say too much, but it drops in December.
I got you. Well, first of all, I have to single out your outfit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to assume you have your own clothing line?
Yeah, I actually make my own clothes. I do have some clothing. Yes, I do have some clothing and a couple stores in LA on Melrose. So y'all can check out Style Delivers. Y'all go on Melrose. And you know, ladies, if you like this, you can find it in there. If it ain't sold out yet, you know, like. But I do hand make all my outfits just because, like, I don't like to dress like everybody else. I see a vision. It's like when they see what I got on, you ain't gonna see nobody with it. Like, you ain't gonna, like not this style, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I always just, you know, made my clothes as a kid just because, you know, I was a little extra, you know, when it came to fashion and stuff like that, so.
My question is, there's so many artists out there, right?
Yeah.
What do you think separates you from everybody else?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, not only, I feel like I do more than just be an artist. Outside, I feel like I focus on, okay, for example, nail line. Like, even though I'm not with a real big major yet, I'm like focusing on the fashion, not only just the music and the nails, and that kind of separates me from like most artists, I would say, because most is just focusing on the music, which is, and I'm just doing it all, like at the same time, getting it to combine. So when I do reach the next level, everything is, I'm already doing everything, you know what I'm saying? Because that is what artists is gonna need, like, you know, brands you need to be making money 7 different ways. And, you know, music can open up doors for you, for all your brands and the stuff that you doing while you're on the grind, just become like bigger, you know?
Right.
So, and not only that, like, I don't know, my voice and my style of music is, I say it's different from most artists, you know, and I get that a lot. Not just me talking about myself, but I hear that from a lot of people, like, you just have your own sound. Right. And I'm like, okay, thank you.
You started singing in the church, right?
Yes, I did.
So how was that transition from the church into, like, not singing in the church anymore?
It wasn't just church.
Right.
I started, not only it was at church, I was one of the first
Yo,
bro. That felt good as fuck. Damn!
Yo!
I ain't gonna lie. Once they said church, they just baptized me. So, you know, I'm probably only water, you know what I'm saying? And that shit felt good. It really did.
It's hot out here.
Y'all can still hear me on the mic though?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. You know what? I probably needed that. You know what? God probably trying to tell me something like, let me put some water on you before you answer this question. Nah. I wasn't just, I love singing in the church. That's how I found out how big my voice was really in the church, because when I was singing in the church, I was one of the first kids of my generation in a choir. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was adults. I was about 6.
Right.
And I would lead sing songs. And not only that, you know, people would get to screaming and hollering. I didn't really, like my grandma, like, why they do that when I sing, you know? They cry, you know what I mean?
Right.
It was like a big deal in a big congregation. And she just told me, you're anointed. And that's how I, not only my voice was powerful, but when I started making music, my story on the songs that I would make was very powerful as well, because women would come up to me and say amazing things. But not only that, I was in school. I didn't just start in the church school. My mom and my dad friends' weddings. I was like 8 years old, singing in a nice, pretty dress, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Outside of church. So it was all in once. It was church, it was school, it was at weddings. I was going up to my auntie jobs at a young age, just singing for the whole hospital. Like it wasn't just church, but when I first knew how powerful my voice was in the church.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense. Yeah.
I was gonna say, you're a Gemini, right?
I am a Gemini.
So am I. What day's your birthday? Mine's June 3rd.
Mine's May 24th.
May 24th? All right.
Yeah.
Well, for me, for my birthday, somebody asked me what I wanted. I said, I did everything, the party and the clubbing and all of that.
Yeah.
All I wanted is success, right?
Yeah.
My question is, what did you want?
I mean, not only success, I want wealthy generations in my family. It's very important for me, not just success for just myself, but also for my generation, a feeling that I'm going to create in the future. And not only that, like, there's a time where my music can be very motivational and encouraging for people out in the world, and I think that's very important for me. Not just success and having all the money and the cars and clothes and like that's gonna all come, but to really actually, with my music and my voice, to help people get through their day. Like, you know, that means a lot to me, you know? So it's not really just about success. Like, I actually want to help people around the world. When they hear my music, they can just, you know, some people tell me like they can meditate to my music, or it's just, you know, be very helpful with my sound to the world and the generations, you know, later on. So, yeah.
If you wasn't doing music, like, what else you think you'll be doing?
I'd probably be a fashion designer, stylist, because I really love making clothes. It's something I've been doing for so long. So I would say that, and yeah, that's really it. Probably like a fashion designer on the side, you know.
Right.
Styling people for movies, for sets, or you know what I mean.
What would you say motivates you to keep going?
Not only my team, my family motivates me, myself, my supporters that have been watching me for a long time on social media, and you know, all the good things they say about my music and my craft and my journey keeps me like going. Absolutely. Like it really do. Like, and my father, I started making my own music at 8. My father had a studio in our home, and just I wanted to be just like how he was as being an artist and stuff like that. And just remembering them days when I was young and my father recorded me, it keeps me going because it's just happy. It's happy moments, you know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, all
that stuff just keeps me going. Like, I'm gonna get where I see myself, you know? And that's very important to me, so I'm gonna for sure do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
so what advice would you give to somebody out there right now that's doing music, that's trying to get into the game? What advice would you give them?
I would say, don't be scared to be different, you know? You can be yourself and do what you love. If you don't love doing it, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Just do what you love, and actually, not only that, just take it serious. Like, you know, some people don't be taking stuff serious, but if you take it serious, your craft serious, and it's what you love to do, go for it and don't be scared.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself on tour with so many people, like, just couldn't wait, buying my outfits, my nails, my whole merch, and they excited to see Sada James giving them the biggest performance they're gonna ever see in their life. Like literally. Yeah.
Actually, you have a performance coming up. Was it Wednesday?
It actually is on the 25th.
The 25th. You can speak
At
about
Pit
that?
House, yes.
Okay. The people out there.
Yeah.
Drop through, pull up, show love.
Yeah, so it's gonna be Sada James in the building. Come to Penthouse in New York. I think that is in Manhattan, and I am gonna be doing my thing. So if you want to see me live, come on, pull up.
All right. So how can people out there get in contact with you on social media?
Yes, you can follow me, Sada James, Instagram, Sada _ TOOPRETTY, Sada _ too pretty. So y'all make sure y'all follow that on Instagram, and Sada James everywhere.
Absolutely. Make sure you at Ask So Focus Life on social media. Or go to SoFocusMedia.com, Ask So Focus Life social media. Now I want to say something. I did many interviews.
Yeah.
I've never been baptized on camera before. So I want to give thanks to God because we talked about church and we both got baptized. This is the first for me.
Yes.
So it's just crazy. Thank you, New York, for baptizing me. Haven't got baptized both of us.
Yeah.
So Sada James, So Focus, NYC, we out of here. Let's get it. Yeah.
Focus on yourself, King.